Tonight on America's Hope, we focus on New York Fashion Week, what goes on beyond the runway in terms of lifting people up with hope. And we'll focus on history. And we'll hear from a thought leader, an historian, and a chaplain to discuss history in America. America's Hope starts now. From the NTD Global Headquarters in New York, I'm Kelly Wright, and this is America's Hope. Good evening. Thank you for joining us this hour. We hope that you're safe and well, taking care of yourself and your family because you matter. Something that matters to people who follow trends in fashion is New York Fashion Week. And this is the beginning of New York Fashion Week. So today, we're going to discuss all of the fashion and how you make a breakthrough, but also what it means to apply hope and safeguard people from human trafficking. Nani will join us to discuss that. And then later in the program, we'll introduce you to a man who's a thought leader, a former chaplain to the NBA Wizards, as well as an historian. Joel Freeman, the founder of the Freeman Institute, will join us and will talk to us about his new program, Black History 365. And welcome to America's Hope. One of my guests that I'd like to introduce you to tonight is someone that I'm excited to speak to because of what she's been able to do. She is a trailblazer. Shantal Nani Rosen. It comes from the world of fashion. And in the world of fashion, there are pioneers, trailblazers, as I've mentioned, and then there is Nani. Her journey is one of breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes, and creating a legacy that transcends the runway. You'll get my point when we get into her story. Nani, it's good to have you on America's Hope. Look, you've been defined as becoming a transformation into the force of nature we know today as a testament of the unyielding spirit of hope and faith and love. Talk to me about your life and career, and then let's get into some of the things that you're specifically doing beyond the runway.
All right. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for having me. Where can I start? Honestly, my career started when I was very, very young, but it was inspired by my mother. My mother was a model in Milano, so hello to my mom. And really, she is the one who really sets the tone when it comes to going after your dreams, going after what you want, and she's a single mother raising two kids from Italy, coming to the United States. I mean, that right there is, if that's not inspirational, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? So taking from her fashion and her inspiration, I knew the word Versace before the word Binky. So the fashion was my culture. It's in my bloodline. To me, when I talk about it, it makes me smile. More than smile, it just brings life back into me. So when I first started my career, before Black was trending, we'll say that, a lot of photographers, videographers, they kind of weren't looking in a brown-skinned girl's direction. So I said, you know what, for the ones that did give me that chance, I cultivated that relationship and I kept it long-term, turned it into an agency, and now I want to be able to give others that chance that I did not have and open the doors that were shut to me.
So in breaking down those barriers, what did it require of you mentally, physically, and spiritually?
Well, I'm a firm believer in God, and I feel that if you don't have that relationship first and foremost, you're gonna have a lot of struggle in this life. For me in particular, you have to have grit. You have to have a lot of patience. You have to understand that God's timing is everything. What is for you is going to be meant to be for you. Maybe it's not time to go through that door right at this moment, maybe a little bit later, but that's okay. What's meant for you is going to come to you. You have to stay calm. You have to stay patient. If you don't, it's very easy for that imposter syndrome to come in. And especially being a model, I'm a firm believer of running myself as a business versus a mannequin. And when, I call it infant models, right? They get in the industry, like the new ones, they come in and let's just say you get rejected. Don't take it to heart. You can't. Photographers have photos, have cameras, right? People who sell food have actual food. They have tangibles. Us as models, we have our body. but you have to understand that it's not you that they don't want, it's you as a product. So you have to be able to separate yourself from the worth that you have within, that you have instilled in yourself, and what the outside world is trying to project. So you have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you're still that girl, you're still you. Just keep it separate, you're going to be all right, and just keep it chugging away. One no, you'll have 1,000 no's before you get that one yes. So you got to start getting numb to it, you know?
You created your own venture, Rosen Relations. You're a force in the world of fashion media relations, and your agency, as I understand, curates high-end editorial campaigns, gracing the billboards of both New York City and LA, two of the most powerful fashion markets in the world. How did you accomplish that to make this kind of breakthrough the barrier, if you will, to establish your business beyond what you do on the runway?
Well, that's a great question, Kelly. I think that first and foremost, you have to have a strong team and infrastructure. Organization is key, and really having people that understand, going back to it, your vision and what you're trying to do, and also being able to mirror your clients accordingly. For me, I love my team. I love the people on it. They're like family to me. I'm from Italy. Okay. I was born in Verona. All right. Came to the US when I was 8 years old. So that whole sense of family, that whole sense of belonging, and really taking care of the people that are with you. If you want to go far, you got to be able, if you want to go far, you go alone. Not, well, how do I say? It's that one saying, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you got to go together. So yeah, it's really important to take care of the people that are around you. And I've always had an eye for fashion, beauty, and luxury. So being able to tailor it and having that creative edge, to me, when I first began my career as a model, I felt like I wanted to give more to the production side of things.
That's fantastic. And so now you've created this platform for empowering women and even black-owned businesses in the luxury market.
Yes.
That has got to be exciting for you and inspiring for you
Oh,
personally to see
yes.
that door opening.
Because I see girls and boys that were at the beginning of my, like, just like in my career, now I'm in a position where it's, hey, there's not a lot of us that have that skin tone. Don't worry, we're going to open that door, we're going to figure it out. Where there's a will, there is a way. So to me, I get to incorporate that in everything that I do, and being able to see a person's eyes light up when you said, I want to be able to use you. You get that, they get that glimmer of hope. When people go to castings, you don't know that they're risking their job to go to that casting. They're risking their career. If they lose that job, there's no one at home paying their bills. There's no one at home paying their rent. People, creatives and models sacrifice so much just to be able to attend a casting. They might only have $50 in their bank account, and their Uber might run you $20. And if you're in New
Yeah,
York, it's going to be at least 60. Okay. But
yeah.
they're willing to risk it. And so when you're going up against a system where back in the day, you already know you're going to get a no, but you still got to ignore it and you try it, and then you get rejected. It is what it is. But nowadays, I have the power to open that door for those people. And I plan to do that. And we are doing that. And we're going to continue to do that, because I love seeing that glimmer of hope. Hope is what keeps everything alive. The moment that you lose hope, everything goes away. Everything goes away. That glimmer of hope is going to be the difference between a monument and a little grain of sand.
I love what you're talking about. Anytime someone comes on my show to talk about hope, the way you're defining it, HOPE, helping other people excel, that's exactly what you're doing. And I love that. So, what's your message to America about the fashion industry? Because I like the way you define what models have to go through. A lot of times when young girls and young men see what's appearing on the ads or the billboards, they think, oh, that's a glamorous life, they've got it made. They don't look at the pain behind the struggle to get to where they
Yeah.
are today.
Yeah. Well, you have to keep your faith. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Keep God close. Stay close to Him every day. allow him to guide you, because he will do miracles if you let him and you listen. I cannot tell you how many times I said, you know what, God, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how this is, but we're going to make it work. It's going to work. You
Look,
just have to have hope.
everything you do is serious and on point. But the fashion industry has been very active in trying to combat this insidious evil that we've seen globally, and that's human trafficking. What role do you see your platform playing in the fight against human trafficking?
I still remember shivers down my spine receiving an email that, because I'm an experienced business professional, I knew what to look for, right, in those specific emails. And for me and my platform, being able to educate, that's the power. Power is education. So to me, if I can say, hey, sweetie, if you get this email, be able to correlate it with LinkedIn, do a little bit more research, because I don't think meeting on a train track for an edgy look with no confirmed email, with no anything, it could be anyone coming to pick you up and you're already on the train track. No one's going to be there.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this episode so far of America's Hope. If you'd like to see it in its entirety, just click on the link below. Thanks for watching.